Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to RickyVillaTV in association with Shelfside Spurs and Spurs Asian TV. Chris, Kev, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. You?
Living the dream, mate. Another day in paradise.
Living the
Only woke up about 15 minutes ago. So,
dream.
how about you, Chris? Everything good? How's sweet?
She's had an operation, having a lump removed, so we're not allowed to give her any chews, any toys, or anything like that. All the things that calm her down. So it's been a wonderful time. And then people having fireworks last night scared her as well.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Hopefully Wednesday we get the all clear that it's healed, and then she can have everything back.
Good stuff. And Kev, how's Torvey? Still tearing up the place?
Boisterous, I'd say, yeah. Yeah, my arms are longer from walking, obviously. Just on my right. It's about 2 inches longer than my left. She pulls like an ox. She's so strong, though, she is. But she can be so sweet at the same time, It's a bit of a pit, really.
That's good.
You take the rough with the smooth, and you with a dog, you get good things back. You've got to deal with a few issues.
Yeah.
I was with some of my wife's ex-neighbours on Friday night, and I can't remember what they were called. There was something like a long-haired Irish something or other, but they were very, very sweet, but completely untrained. And so but I had their paws on my shoulder quite often. And but it was
Irish Wolfhound then. Yeah.
No, it wasn't an Irish Wolfhound. It was a
setter then. Was it a setter?
It wasn't a setter. No, because
was it a horse?
Get his paws up on you. For sure, it's got to be a big one.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Christian Romero. Anyway. Right, chaps. I completely forgot to do the quiz today. So, but we'll start with on this day in history.
Yeah.
9th of November 2004, the League Cup against Burnley. It was Martin Jol's first win as Tottenham manager. So I'm not sure if it was his first game as Tottenham manager. Again, I really am unprepared today. So, but we had Robinson in goal, Kelly, King, Naybet and Paramount in defence, Carrick and Mendes, central midfield, Ziegler on the left, Brown on the right, Keane and Defoe up front. Casey Keller, Phil Ifill. You remember him, bloody hell. Jamie Redknapp, Simon Davis, and Freddie Canute on the bench.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any memories of that?
No, but I thought he's going to be the next best ever left back in the world. Was he left back or right back?
No, he's right back, yeah. Right back.
It was a right back, yeah. It was that long ago now, 21 years, but yeah, he was great. And then he just faded away. Millwall, didn't he ended up?
I'm not sure. I think I know he moved on from us, and then I think he sort of dropped out of the game. But I went to watch a Tottenham X1 against Chesham United, which was my very local team where I grew up. And my mate invited me down there, and Phil Ifill was actually starting in the Tottenham X1, and I didn't think that much of him. And about a month later, he's playing in the first team against Liverpool, and looked absolutely brilliant. I mean, anyone would look brilliant next to Noah Paramo, because he was, not the best right back. Let's just say he was good at defending, but it was this thing of what was his name, Santini, Jacques Santini. He doesn't like his right and left back. He doesn't like his fullbacks to get past the halfway line.
It was a weird appointment, Santini, wasn't it? A team that's primarily attacking and history is attacking. You get a manager who doesn't believe in scoring goals, doesn't believe in having shots. It just makes you wonder why we appointed him in the first place. But then I suppose it didn't work out too badly with Yol, who was the opposite as assistant, and Martin Yole was the start of this, not revolution, but at the start of us being kind of top half team trying to get Champions League, to believing that we could be Champions League, where then Redknapp and Poch took that over to the next level. So without Santini, I suppose we wouldn't have got Martin Yole, and then we wouldn't be where we are or where we got to. Obviously, we've taken a backward step, but we wouldn't have got to where we got to. But it was a strange appointment.
Yeah, I think
he didn't have that many games, did he?
No, he played what, 6 or 7?
7?
6 or 7, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think the first 4 games we'd conceded 3 but scored 1. Like, it's not sustainable or anything like that, but it's just very strange.
Well, that was I think, again, it's the same with Christian Gross, wasn't it? The chairman at the time thought, oh, look at what Arsenal have done with Wenger. So yeah, we'll go out and get some obscure bloke, but it was like, yeah, okay, but
at least he wanted to be an attacking manager as well, so there was something there that did fit Tottenham.
Yeah.
Where Santini just didn't fit Tottenham at all. Very strange. I mean, Jose and Conte were certainly. Jose was defensive manager, but you don't bring Jose in to play swashbuckling football. You bring him in to win trophies, which then obviously goes into question why the hell sack him before a cup final. But at least with Jose, you're getting something from that negativity. Well, generally, you're getting something from that negativity. Where Santini was just awful, and Christian Gross wanted to attack. He just wasn't very good.
But is it me, or did Gross take over from Ozzy Ardiles? So it was.
No, that was Jerry Francis. It must have been
Jerry Francis. Okay, sorry. Yeah, because I was going to say then he never had any defenders. So
no.
It was what
Jerry,
was it? 4-1-5.
I really like Jerry Francis. I mean, Ozzy Ardiles, brilliant player, not a very good manager. You've gone from one extreme to the other with Santini, who didn't believe in attacking. Ozzy Ardiles, like Ange, didn't believe in having defenders in the team, let alone defending. And yeah, whereas Jerry Francis steadied the ship and had a quite good balance.
And he had a fantastic mullet
right up there, and then but the first sign of trouble with Jerry Francis and struggling is when they sack him, which. Yeah, I mean, any team's going to struggle, aren't they? Really, when you lose someone like a Jurgen Klinsmann. But then he ended up doing quite well with Chris Armstrong, who was absolutely panned, and then ended up being one of the top scorers and forming a good partnership with Sheringham. And then the season after was when we had his first real blip, and then he gets fired. But I like Jerry Francis.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have many fond memories of him, to be honest, but I think we definitely had a decent forward line and midfield, but it's always been a problem with the defence, isn't it? And maybe that's why they brought Santini in. I don't know, but when Nabet came along, sorry.
You've got to do your research, though. It's all very well having someone who can sort of defence out if that's at a detriment that you don't ever attack, ever.
No, very true.
And get past the halfway line, he's screaming and shouting, "Get back!" No, you're not. Keep a clean sheet. The rest will take care of itself.
Wasn't he another one that couldn't speak English? I believe.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
The translator.
Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing any interviews with him though. I know he was only here a very short time, but I think he was. Yeah, it was literally 6 or 7 games, wasn't it? And then he stepped down, didn't he? It wasn't.
Did he step down? I thought he was fired.
He walked away. Yeah.
Oh, was he fired? Or did he step down? I thought he stepped down, but might have been a Levy Jedi mind trick. But if you look at these guys on the bench as well, or starting in the midfield, Pedro Mendes, what an absolute legend he was. I thought him and what was his name, Sean Davis, who came from Fulham. I thought they were rather a good midfield pairing. And then I can't remember who it was I think it was Davis who got injured again. And then Mendes kind of, fell out of favour. But yeah, those were the days with Carrick. Ziegler.
Carrick was a proper player, Carrick.
Yeah, he certainly was. And how many titles did he win with Man United?
Yeah,
that was it was him and Berbatov, wasn't it? That they stole from us, or not stole from us. They paid quite handsomely.
It's to everybody. It wasn't just us; it was everybody.
Yeah. No, that was true.
Yes.
That was. I mean, that's how management or football should be done. I think Fergie was like, right, who's the best player from the other 19 teams? Can we have him, please?
What Ferguson did as well, I mean, he didn't have the transfer deadline window and everything like that, but if you look at the summer, all of his players were in at least a month before the season, so they're already fully integrated, been in pre-season, know everybody there before the season starts. Whereas, I mean, it's not just us, it's loads of teams, but we seem to just, well, let's have half the season gone and then we'll go and bring people in. It's just that was one of Ferguson's best things he ever did. He did every season. He just brought. He always brought someone in, refreshed his team in some kind of way, whether that's youth players coming in or buying players coming in or getting rid of players. But they were his squad was already done, barring injuries and a panic buy because of injuries. A season before the season started, a month before the season started.
Yeah.
Which. Most teams don't do that these days.
He stole a few from Arsenal as well, didn't he? As well down the line.
Yeah. But I suppose that's that
it's all right.
As you said, Chris, there was no transfer window, and he could basically do what he wanted because he had the backing of the board, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to pay 25 million for him," which then was a lot of money. And that was, I mean, it was great that we got a lot of money for the players, but the one that I remember was Berbatov, and that was towards the end of that. Was the transfer window was there, and we didn't have time to buy a new striker, so we got Fraser Campbell. Fraser Campbell, that's the one. Fraser Forster, bloody hell, yeah. And then, funnily enough, there wasn't really an awful lot of money spent in the January transfer window. That was, Levy was kind of clever like that, wasn't it? Because he thought everyone would forget, and then all that money could go into his hotels or burning down the kebab place, whatever it was. Right, so the Spurs versus FC Copenhagen.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What did we think? It's rather nice, wasn't
it? Change.
I didn't see the game, but what I liked, I saw the highlights on YouTube or something like that. It was all one-touch football, super quick. So you carve teams open like that, and Javi Simmons played really well, which I was pleased about that because he got taken off. Who did we play last time that he got taken off twice against? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that was,
he got taken off. He got brought on. It's Chelsea, wasn't he? He got brought on and then taken off.
Yeah.
So, but it was all one-touch football, which we've got Johnson who's quick, Odegaard who's quick, Scarlett came on who's quick as well. One-touch football, it just carved them open. And Van der Ven's goal reminded me of Son against Chelsea. How many years back?
Yeah.
But again, we're undefeated in the Champions League. I mean, we've had a couple of iffy results, but like I said to you last week, Jen, the Champions League hasn't. I know we're playing in the Champions League. It hasn't started yet. It's just get through to the groups, get into the knockout stages, then the thing begins. It doesn't matter how you get through. It doesn't matter if you finish last of the qualifying group and have to go through the playoffs and get through. Just get through. Like I said to you last week, when we beat Real Madrid at home and battered them and then drew at the Bernabeu, they scraped through that group. It was the old format. They scraped through that group, won it that year. So it doesn't matter how you start; it's how you do when the tournament starts, when it's the knockout game.
Yeah,
it's a good start.
Yeah, no, that's very true. So the lineup was Vicario, Dogi, VDV, Romero, Porro, Sarr, Bentancur, Odegaard, Siemens, Johnson, and Muani. What did we? To be honest, as Chris said, he didn't see the game. I watched the first half, and I was rather tired. I've had a very busy week at work, so I went to bed in the second half and woke up, and I was like 15 messages saying, "Have you seen VDV's goal? That's absolutely unbelievable." Which it was, it is. It reminds me of that, as you said, the goal that Son scored, but I think it was against Burnley, and the Tongan got the assist.
Yeah,
because he passed it to him on the edge of the area, and he just ran. It's like Paulinia got the assist for VDV's goal. I will have to say that I think VDV's goal is better because he's a centre back.
Yeah,
Son is used to finishing.
What I would say is it should never be happening because that's an opposition. You should be dragging him down as soon as he gets the ball and gets ahead of steam. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But I mean, FC Copenhagen have been having a pretty terrible season. Obviously, I'm from Denmark, and I have a Danish team who are actually top of the league at the moment, which is very unusual. But it's usually FC Copenhagen, Brøndby, and FC Midtjylland who are challenging. And at the moment, it's my team, which is Aarhus, AGF, who are top. And then it's Midtjylland second, Brøndby third, and FC Copenhagen fourth. So I was kind of surprised to see the 4-0, especially after I heard that Johnson got sent off.
Yeah.
Was that?
What do you think about that? I thought that was a bit harsh, but then
very harsh.
He has caught him. Yellow.
See worse than that every week in every game, don't you?
Yeah. Where was the ref from? Anyone know?
No idea.
Come on, Kev. I thought you knew everything.
No, I don't know everything. I only know the bad ones. Yeah, can't think.
Let me just see if I can find it. But anyway, my point was going to be that it does seem to be that a lot of the referees in the Champions League are trying to prove a point. And look at me! What a great referee I am.
Yeah.
And
did it go to VAR, or did he just make the decision straight away and send him off?
Using common sense. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. No, I think it was a yellow card given first, and then it was VAR. So he's from Belgium. His name's Eric Lambrechts. I've already found his address. I've sent a big package of poo to him. But yeah, I thought that I did think it was watching it back, I thought it was a little bit harsh.
His foot bounced on the turf and kicks up itself. You know, I mean, that's what happened. It was a ricochet of his foot hitting the geezer on the leg. And
he didn't catch him that high, though, did he? Caught him on the ankle. It's not like he caught him on like the knee or the shin. What I saw.
Every week you see a hell of a lot worse than that, you know?
Yeah. That is true. What I'd like to talk about as well is the penalty. I am a little bit confused that Scarlett won the penalty and didn't get to take it. But I suppose penalty takers are decided beforehand. And, you know, Mr. Frankie's very regimented. We have to do this.
Seniority, yeah.
But are we only saying this because it was missed? If Richie tucks it away, are we like, never mind, he's the penalty taker, never mind? Because back in the day, it doesn't matter who won it. There's no one taking that penalty off of Kane, regardless if Kane has missed 4 in a row. There's no one taking it off him. So are we only talking about that because Richie missed it, and if he scored it, we wouldn't care less?
Well, of course, but I still think we'd probably be talking about it because that would have been 5-0 then. But I thought that Scarlett looked busy and up for it.
It looked very strong, fast,
in the 10 minutes that he was on.
Mm.
So do you think that Richie scored yesterday? Okay. but I wouldn't say anything other than he had a bit of a stinker.
Yeah. And he did that night as well. He hit the post with another shot that should have gone in. It was easier to score, I think. Plus, he was lacklustre and he was firing shots everywhere, over the bar and that during the game.
Yeah.
In midweek.
Maybe he's trying too hard, but I would give Scarlett a go.
Yeah.
That penalty was all from him, wasn't it? It was on. He got it on the left, drove into the middle, and then got fouled before he could get a shot.
Yeah.
But I'd be giving him a go against. There's an international break, isn't there? I can't remember who we're playing next. But in the next game, I'd be giving him a go.
Yeah.
Because Moani hasn't done a huge amount. Vichy is very hot and cold. I mean, when Solanke gets back and fit, then he's straight in, I would have said. But Harry Kane was in and out of the team, and it was Adebayor and I think it was Soldado who were blowing hot and cold, and then Kane got his chance, and then look where that's taken him. So how do you know if players are good enough if you've never given them a chance? So I'd be giving Scarlett the chance, because Vichy and Moani haven't really blown anyone out of the water and said, well, got to start one of them.
No, it's true. They're not putting up many trees, are they?
A couple of games for 3 games and see how he does.
Yeah. But sadly, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but
I do. It's obviously handy to have him on the bench. Odebear as well, I thought looked really good when he came off the bench yesterday. Let's finish talking about FC Copenhagen. Who would you say was man of the match?
Simple. VDV.
Yeah,
Simple,
agree.
Really.
Chris, you agree with that?
Oh, I didn't see it, so I can only go by
it wasn't just for the goal. It was his all-round play. He was sweeping up everything, passing everything. He was dynamite, throughout the game.
Yeah.
And the goal was just the icing on the cake.
I only watched the highlights, but you could definitely see that he stood out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's dominance. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to tempt fate or anything, but with Ange, it was constant, massively out the pitch. He has to sprint back 50 yards every 2 minutes. It doesn't look to be that he's sprinting back that kind of level at the moment. So hopefully that will protect his legs a little bit and his hamstrings, because under Ange's stuff, you're always going to get hamstring injuries if you're making long sprints constantly, because it happened to Michael Owen going the other way. So hopefully it's protecting him a little bit, the fact that we're not as highlight and balls out attack. Because, he swept up Sesko in the Man United game late on, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was poor touch from Sesko, but he swept that up. So, yeah.
So benefit from having Polina in front of him as well, because he's doing a lot of that breaking down attacks and distribution.
Well, he's a brilliant player. We should be trying to sign him in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think, he's got the experience. He's what is he, 30, 31 now? Still, from the looks of him, he's probably still got 4 or 5 years. But okay. From the looks of him, he's probably got 3 years left at the top level, 4 or 5 years, at least Championship League One level. Not saying that we're going to get relegated, but
in that position, you don't need pace, because if you're good at reading the game in positional sense, you don't need the pace because you're already going to be in the right place. It's same with Scholes. He went on to about 38, didn't he, Paul Scholes? You don't need, and Modric as well. You don't need the pace there. Yeah. You make those two slightly different positions. They made the ball do all the work when they had it, but yeah. I'd be signing Polino unless they're asking for silly money. I'd be signing Polino in the summer.
I'm not sure they will. I have a feeling they feel sorry for us because they really pulled our pants down with the Tell signing. That was
a brilliant goal yesterday.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I did see someone say, "Oh, it's another own goal. It took a deflection." I mean, fuck's sake, it was going in anyway. But
I think so.
Yeah. So the lineup yesterday: Vicario, Spence, VDV, Romero, Porro, Sarr, Paulinia, Ritchie on the left, Simmons in the middle, Johnson on the right, and Moani up front. What can I say?
What I'd say to that, Ritchie on the left. Ritchie on the left. That's what happened when he first joined with Kane there, and that's not his position. So as much as he's been poor, Richie, you've got to feel a little bit sorry for him if he's being played out of position. He's not one of these players like a Son who can play up top on the left or on the right. He's kind of got his position.
To be honest,
you've got to...
he played on the left for Watford. I grew up near Watford. I've got a lot of mates who are Watford fans.
Yeah.
And that was basically his position. And then he said he wanted to go centre forward. I just don't think he's good enough at either.
Yeah. He has moments, doesn't he? But at this level where we want to be, you've got to be more consistent than that. And I know he scored yesterday, although did he really? That's not like he's done anything for that. He's let the ball brush off his nose. But I mean, because really, when you see that was Odebert's goal, really.
Yeah.
But it's taken a deflection essentially from one of our players, so it gets given to him. But essentially, that was Odebert who scored that goal for me. But he obviously gets credited to Richie. But I'm not sure he knew too much about it. He's just brushed off his nose.
I was worried about his mentality. He seemed very fragile mentally. When things ain't going right or whatever, and he's on the floor pretending he's been kicked and hurt and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's like play acting or something. And I don't know. It's just something I feel the vibe. With him.
I have a feeling he's a little bit bipolar. That 1 minute he's massively up, next minute he's massively down.
He could still be struggling because someone he really trusted robbed him or something like that, didn't they? And
really? Okay.
It was something like that. It was a few years ago now because he had time off, didn't he, to get his mental health. Yeah. But that was something like someone he really, really trusted in his inner circle betrayed him, like robbing him or something like that. So, if that was someone he really, really trusted, who he's really, really, really close to, I mean, you have no idea. Mental health is completely different for every single person. So that could be something he's still struggling with. That someone he's known for could be 30 years has. It might not be something he fully gets over.
Yeah, no, that is understandable. And talking about that, someone ripping you off or whatever. What did you make of the whole Udogie thing?
Yeah,
you heard about that?
A gun to his head, eh?
A football agent held a gun to Udogie's head apparently and tried to kidnap him and hold him to ransom.
Not his agent, an agent, right?
Well, apparently it used to be, I think it was his agent. But you're hearing
he's only a young man as well, isn't he? So he needs to be supported with that.
Yeah. But it was the case a couple of weeks ago that Sarr was showing a T-shirt or something in support of a Senegalese footballer who apparently people are targeting the young, talented African footballers and saying, "Oh yeah, we're an agent. We're going to get you to Europe, etc., etc." They turn up, they get kidnapped, and then held for ransom. And unfortunately, this guy was I'm not sure if they didn't pay the ransom or something went wrong, but he was killed. So Sarr was trying to show that this is an issue.
That's where essentially not the Senegalese player, but I don't know where he plays, but Udogie certainly. That's got to be Premier League responsibility. They've got to vet all the agents that they use, and then if it's not one of the vetted agents, you don't have anything to do with him. Obviously, if someone's got a gun to your head and they break in, there's probably not a huge amount you can do there. But it's just because money has become everything in this world more so than ever, and people are just concerned about money.
Yeah,
just sad state of affairs, really.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's okay. He must be doing okay-ish if he's playing yesterday and didn't need to take some time off.
Well, yeah, look at his defending from that corner. Maybe he's not okay, but anyway, it was. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you said all the vetted agents and keep away from Sky Andrews as well.
Yeah,
he was Sol Campbell's agent, wasn't he? So, yeah. But I suppose he was also Jermaine Defoe's agent, so he can't be all bad. just 90%.
That story about Basuma got robbed of 800 grand last week came out as well, didn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
He banked with Coots, the Royal Bank, whatever they're called, Coots, whatever. And is it his agent or a VIP bank anyway? And he handed over 800 grand, so by a so-called friend or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of.
Yeah, as Chris says, it's all about the Benjamins, isn't it?
Always.
People don't care anymore. Just get me the money by any means necessary. I'm not bothered if I get caught or whatever. It's just sad state of affairs now.
Yeah.
It certainly is. So, first goal for United in the 32nd minute. What the hell was going on there?
Yeah. But it was about 4 crosses there that we never cleared out. I can't remember who it was first when the first cross came in, and he's trapped it in the 6-yard box, played it to someone in a rush clear. It just stick. Yeah,
just in doubt. Fuck it
there's
out.
Nothing. I know football now is it's very nice to play out from the back and it all looks wonderful, but there's no harm in sticking your foot through the ball every now and then.
Exactly. I could not understand. I think it was Sarr, and then it was Spence who actually managed to head it away, but then it ended up at the
head of that.
Nice. Yeah.
The worst part of the goal for me is that it's a free header where Mbeumo doesn't even have to fucking jump.
Exactly.
At least make the guy jump and lose balance a little bit in the air, but it's terrible. Yeah.
Who was it? It was on him. I think it was Porro who had an absolute stinker.
Yeah, all round.
And Johnson, who were both there. They didn't jump. What's his name? Vicario didn't move.
No.
It was a comedy of
wasn't
errors.
Particularly a bullet header either, was it?
No. Exactly. Should have been saved, could have been saved. But we finally got back into the game. Bloody hell, it was a long second half. With Matthias Tell, which I thought was a lovely taken goal.
There's no lack of confidence there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the whole pendulum thing is switched when Odeberg came on. I think he was the catalyst to the improvement in the side and became more attacking, beating players, and showed them for what they were. They were a few old men in the middle there, and they run around now. Casemiro and Fernandes, they're getting a bit old for that Premier League stuff now. Says me who can't run 2 yards, but
Yeah, but we're allowed to talk about it, Kev. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know, but levels. I think they look knackered, the pair of them, because they've got run off their feet, the pair of them.
Yeah.
He was the main man in the second half. I think that's where we got our shit together. Unfortunately.
That's an interesting point, actually, because as you say, he came on at half time. He got man of the match on the app that I use for football.
Yeah. I gave him man of the match. I got it written down here. Yeah.
Yeah. Only 45 minutes.
Just stayed in Van der Ven, actually. But,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think, Chris? Did you think we won it?
Yeah. Well, again, I didn't watch it. I was out, so I looked on the app or BBC or whatever about 90+3. And then I went shopping, lost internet, got it back in another shop. It's like, but Odeberg for the first goal. That all came from him, didn't it? I don't know who he beat, but going forward again quickly and nice little cross from Udogie, and there's no lack of confidence from Tell there after being booed. I mean, it wasn't him being booed, was it? It was the substitution of Simons coming off that was being booed.
Yeah,
but no lack of confidence there, and he could have easily lost confidence. He's only 19 and then getting racially abused after the Super League final penalty miss and everything like that. But it's a weird one, Tell. He's young, so he could be a world star. But at some point, you need to see that consistency. So this is a good first step. So probably bad for him that we've got 2 weeks off now.
Yeah.
I'd be starting with Odeberg and Tell on the wings.
I'd just say everything that happened in that second half didn't happen last week against Chelsea. It was mobile, it was attacking. Yeah, there was no get up and go last week against Chelsea, but that second half it totally changed around, and you were at them, you know.
Do you think
And
that's
defending.
I'd be starting with Odegaard until on the. I don't know who we're playing next. It'll be away to someone,
Arsenal.
but it's in 2 weeks. But
Arsenal.
oh Christ!
Yeah. And then PSG.
I mean, then Sunderland showed that they're beatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be starting with Odegaard and Tell on the wings. I'd give Scarlett a go up top.
Yeah.
And then Simons, Polinia, probably Sarr.
I really don't want to see Richie.
Line.
Don't want to see Richie in the team.
I guess Arsenal will be crying.
You've got to give it, because at the moment Frank doesn't know his best team. There's no way he can. He's still kind of experimenting with the team and the players and everything like that. So you've got to get the players on your side. You can't get the players on your side if they, Odegaard gets man of the match coming on 45 minutes next game. Sorry, you're on the bench again. You've got to be rewarding this. I was going to say good behaviour. Then you've got to be rewarding this good performance.
Are you a teacher, Chris?
Making a difference. yeah, and you've got to be rewarding these good performances and as said, like Kev said, changing the game.
Yeah.
So he's got to start Odegaard.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't, how can you expect? And Scarlett, one of the best things that Poch did was bring the youth forward into the team, because then what that says is the youth players, which we've got a lot of good ones coming through, is it says to them, keep progressing, keep working hard, I'll get in that first team. When you've got a Jose or a Conte and you never play any youth player, what's the point of playing? You might as well, I just want to go and go to a team that's going to play me. So put Scarlett in, because then that says to the youth players, like the Donnellys when they come back from loan, if they play well on loan or get some game time, Dorrington, Mikey Moores. If I progress, the manager will see that, I'll get in that first team.
Yeah.
You've got to do that. Yeah, so Scarlett has to start for me, because the other two haven't really done anything up top to suggest that they're the ones going forward. And until Solanke comes back, it's up for grabs, that position.
Yeah. I was surprised that Muani was substituted. I didn't think he played that badly. And I probably would have taken off Richie. He seems to trust Richie more than he does Muani.
Yeah.
Which I find, obviously I'm not a professional football manager, and I don't have wonderful long flowing locks either. So, but what? It seems a bit odd. Anyway, welcome, Eugene. How are you, sir?
Hi,
can you hear me, guys?
We certainly can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, a bit frustrated from yesterday's game. Right. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but all I can say is that actually Manchester United was shit yesterday. Right.
True.
Even though they had a week of a rest to prepare for this game, they didn't even look like they were in it, and we didn't take advantage of that. So I'm a bit sad about it. But it was a weird thing, right? Yeah, and you were doing the watch along with me, right? Our defense for that first goal was abysmal, right? We didn't close the players down enough. We didn't clear the ball enough. And then the weird thing is that when we went 1-0 down, right, we started to play sideways and we kept going backwards. You get what I'm saying? So that's the totally opposite kind of thing that we wanted to see. But at least in the second half, we came out. We created 2 clear-cut chances, shots on goal and all that. But then that was for the first 5-10 minutes. Then after that, we petered off again. Then I think that's when he started to make his changes. There's one thing good is that he did make his halftime change, right? He took off Muani for Odegaard. Right? All of us were a bit, perplexed about that. Right? Why did he take off Muani? Muani wasn't doing too badly, right? Like what all of us are saying. But John, I think that he
John from LJ, John from Shelfside Spurs, has said Muani had a jaw injury, they said, which is why he came off. I didn't realise that.
Oh, yeah, because remember, somebody, remember he was hit in the face.
Yeah,
he was hit in the face.
Yeah.
By Maguire. No wonder he was taken off.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we didn't aware of that. So I know, but that was a weird thing, right? So all I can say now is that it's like I'm still so confused, like what he's trying to do, the way we're trying to play, right? And we went 2-1 up, and he persisted, right? And I remember I was doing the watch along. I said, "Watch Tell come on and equalize for us," and he did come on and equalize for us. I don't know what to say about our strikers anymore, right? We cussed them, and then they like half and half turn up for us, right? It's not like 100% turn up for us. But guys, there's something very weird, right, in the home ground at the moment. I don't understand why we turn to this kind of football and we're like so shitty, right? And there is no cohesiveness in our play. It's like we don't know what we're doing half the time when we're going forward to try to attack, and we just keep going backwards, And when we were 2-1 up, right, that was when the time that we needed to be defensive, be more organized, right? And we started, going going for it, it's like going for Ange ball again, right? Like going for it is one thing, right? But to concede that penalty, right? And sorry, to concede that corner, to concede the corner and to let them score at that corner, right? I was like dumbfounded, because weren't we supposed to be much more organized in set play, defensive plays nowadays? But no, they let the lid run free at the back to hit the ball into the net, right? And all our players, right? Where's the people? We usually have this the person on the post, right? Where were they? One in the front post, one in the back post, right? And the weird thing is that we were like all lining up in defense right in front of the penalty box. So I don't know, not penalty box, right in front of the goal line, right? So I don't know. We were down for a long time. We got the equalizer, and we got the leading goal. I don't even know what to feel. Like I said, Frank is confusing me nowadays, right? I mean, if we lost that game, or we drew that game, right? At least we had that feeling of, okay, we came back and we drew that game. But the problem is that we drew that game and we took the lead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that brings you up to a high, right? And then, we're going to beat Manchester United 5 times in a row. And then all of a sudden they equalize, it comes back down again. So,
let's not forget they had 10 men as well at that time.
Yeah.
They only had 10 men, 9 men.
Yeah. And they had 10 men too. Yeah, they had 10 men too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The marking in that corner was just...
I know, the marking was...
terrible.
I don't know what they were marking. To tell the truth, right?
They weren't.
Right. They weren't marking. I don't know what the hell they were marking. They were like marking spaces again.
Now, or is it man-to-man marking? It didn't look like they knew what the... Udogi had his back to Delict, and he didn't even jump. I mean, he wasn't aware Delict was there. That's the problem. Yeah.
Right. I think after when we scored that goal, right, I think we lost focus, a lot of focus, right? And defensively, yeah. And to tell the truth, right, we can't say we're Spursy, right? We can't say we're Spursy because we didn't lose the game, right? But yeah, I don't know, maybe we're halfway there, right? That shit is coming back again. It's slowly creeping in again. So let's hope we can stop that.
Maybe there's an element of Richie scores, and then they think, we've won this game, and then they take their focus off, and then that comes back to something I said last week with where are the leaders in this team?
Yeah.
You focus, but then you don't need leaders, do you, really, to say, okay, we need to focus because the whistle hasn't gone yet, but it does happen. So, but that last goal, the first goal we spoke about Mbemo, that was terrible marking. The second goal was horrendous.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's possibly an element. Richie scored 2-1. We won this game, but it's just.
Do you think they would have scored that goal if Romero had still been on the pitch?
Yeah, he went off.
Why did he go off? Was he injured?
Sub.
Yes, he was injured.
Yeah, he was sub. Danso was sub for Danso, right? I don't know. Maybe lack of the Romero leadership during that defensive play, right? So that could be that too, right? So, but all I can say is that I don't know. Being a Spurs fan now is very confusing and weird. The feelings coming in, you don't know whether you want to blame Frank or you don't know whether you want to blame the players, right? Sometimes you look at how they play, right? You don't know whether is it the players having a lot of the PTSD left over from last season. They keep going backwards, they keep going sideways, right? Or is that a frank kind of thing that's going on? Is that his style of play at the moment? He's too afraid to go forward, right? And there were times where I saw the ball go on to the right, right, and Porro was not willing to pass the ball to Brenda again. You get what I'm saying? There's still that fear that if you give the ball to Brenda and Brenda's going to lose it again, right? And we tried to do a lot of attacks on the left now, right? So I think maybe because, Richarlison made a swap with Moani. Sometimes they do the interchange, right, in the first half. And then, of course, Moani having his jaw injured and all that. Odegaard came on. It was a bit more positive. He tried to take his man on. And I think the Odegaard and Udogie on the left looks a bit more, more threatening, right? Yeah. With those two on the left, right? Yeah. But on the defensive side, right? Like for the corner, right? They both of them just, disappeared, lost focus or some shit like that. So that's the problem, right? We've always been saying it, right? Udogie has got this problem with defense. You guys, going forward, he has got that nuance to go forward. But whenever it comes to defense, right, he switches off a bit. Hopefully he'll improve on that. But to tell the truth, right, in the first half, Porro had a shit game, bro. Oh, the amount of crosses he put in, right? It was
10,
like
10 crosses he put in, and then one of them was good. That was all.
Yeah, it wasn't even put in, right? It was put out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
One of the issues I think is, and Shearer mentioned it, I think on Match of the Day, is that away from home teams attack us. So there's space there to attack. At home, teams have worked out now, sit back, and we don't really know what to do. But I still think Frank is trying to work out how best to play this team, because he's having to completely change the style of play. And the other thing is we finished 17th last season. I can't imagine there's many Spurs fans who at the start of this season go, we'll be top 5 because we're 5th at the moment. So we're still a fairly poor team. You don't finish 17th and it's like, well, we're far better than 17th. We've just had a stinker. But so
I know, but Chris, but
the fact that we're fit.
But Chris, but for the fact that yesterday, right, I was seeing a very tepid, very lackluster Manchester United. You get what I'm saying? Right? And somehow or another, they scum back that goal. They really scum back that goal, right? We didn't defend properly. And to tell the truth, Mbeumo didn't even put power onto that header. He just placed that header and Vicario just stood there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't even dive for the ball. Right? So that's the weird part.
I'm not saying, Frank's trying to find out the best of his team to leave him alone and everything like that. We should be annoyed about that, because you can't be going 91 plus minutes getting the lead and then drawing the game. But I do think there's an element of we have to kind of be realistic in the fact that we're not a top 5 team and we are 5th at the moment. And there are things that are positive, and there's definitely things like this in terms of the crosses to work on. But I think I'll leave. What are we on, 10 games now? Maybe slightly less.
11 games, yeah. But
see where we are around Christmas, because it's
I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, right? But the problem is that he leaves me so confused most of the time in his team selections, the tactics he puts in, his substitutions. Everything is so confusing at the moment. Maybe he's confused himself. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't know, like what you said. Like what you're saying, right? He doesn't know. He's trying to figure out what to do with this group of shit players.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the strikers. You mentioned the strikers. You got Moani, Richie, and then Scarlett. He has no idea which one to play of those, because none of them are. Scarlett you can take out because he hasn't really been given a chance. But let's just say Richie and Moani. None of them have really taken the ball by the horns and gone, well, I'm the starter now. If we had Solanke, that's probably slightly different. But that's just the striker. You look at the middle of, apart from Polinia, he's a dead set starter. Sarr, Bergval, Bentancur, none of them have really done it.
What's wrong with Kudos, right?
Yeah.
What happened to Kudos?
Apparently.
Kudos has been good. He's got to be a starter. VDV, Romero, they're obviously starters. Spence over Udogie at the moment, I think.
I go with Udogie.
I know his understudy is.
Johnny's saying he can't defend and has no end product. Apart from that, he's great. I think that he creates more than Spence at left back. Maybe he
Spence
doesn't.
is a better defender, though, isn't he?
Yes, no, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, but I think he's got issues in the sense that like Eugene said, he probably doesn't know his best team. He's probably a little bit confused, trying different things, and then hopefully, he can work out. Okay, this is how to play against this team, that team. So it is going to be a time thing, but we can still be frustrated at the fact that our home form's awful, and this last gasp equaliser. But at the same time, I think we've got to give him a little bit of time because he is trying to completely change the style of play from essentially all-out attack to trying to have a bit of a balance. But if by Christmas we're still in this situation where we haven't won any home games, then we may have to start asking questions. How has he not started to sort this out, or some progress there? But
yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. But guys, but guys, I got to make a move, right? So have a good show. Continue on with it. Right. All I can say, all I can say, right? The international break is here again, right? It's like sometimes when we start to see some cohesiveness, right? Hey, don't forget, right? Yesterday was a plus because our forwards scored the goals. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't from the defense or the midfield. Our forward starts to score goals, but the international break will come. It'll disrupt our rhythm again. So I don't know. In December, Frank will have more or less a full month to play around with, right? Until January when the transfer window turns around, and let's see whether we get some additions when it comes there, right? But guys, have a great show. Don't forget, right? Subscribe to all the channels that we have there: Shelfside Spurs, Spurs Vision TV, and RickyVillaTV here, right? Jens, thanks for hosting for me yesterday, right? And I'll catch up with you guys later. Chris, right? Kev, take care, Kev, right? And we'll catch up again.
All the best.
All right. Most probably. Next Sunday I won't be free. Yeah, next Sunday most probably I won't be free. So
I'm in England next Sunday, so I won't be doing.
Also, there'll be no shows. Yeah.
No show next Sunday.
Yeah, let's see what happens next Sunday, right? Because next Sunday is actually the Mrs. birthday, so he won't be free there.
All right.
We should get her on the show, mate. I mean, as a birthday present.
No. All right, guys, take care.
Bye-bye. All the best, mate.
Yeah.
John from Shelfside Spurs, did anyone on the panel actually think we'd win the game when they saw the starting wingers and then the front three from half time? No, I didn't even think we'd win the game 75 minutes in or 80 minutes.
I thought we'd win the game just because Man United are crap, so we can beat Man United, and we've done it before. But
I see how many goals. Sorry, I see how many goals that Man United, late goals that Man United scored last season. There must have been 15 late, either draws or wins in the 90+ minutes of the game, especially in the Champions League as well. When they were out, looked like they were out a couple of times. It was amazing. That's why I said to Sarah, my wife, and I said, I can see us letting another goal in here, and they did. I just, I expected it.
That defending, that is probably going to haunt me for the next at least week.
Yeah,
because
I think
I
Vic didn't cover himself in glory either. To be honest,
who's that? Sorry,
Vic didn't cover himself in glory with that second the equaliser.
I think we need to replace him.
He was behind his line. What's he doing behind the line again? It's like, I don't know.
I think we need to replace him. There's so many shots. I mean, he's a good shot stopper in the sense that he gets to the ball, but shot stopping is a two-way. You need to do two things to stop the shots. Obviously, stop it going in. But you need to palm it safe. There's so many times he seems to have been going to the Jordan Pickford school of goalkeeping. Palm it straight down the middle, straight to the striker. That's terrible goalkeeping, regardless of, unless it's a point blank one reaction, you can't do anything else. That's fine. But there's long shots that he palms straight into the middle. That's going to be out for a throw, corner, or somewhere between two. And coming for crosses, he seems very, very cautious and nervous. Who you get? I like Dean Henderson, but again, a Palace going to let him go. Would he want to come? I'm not sure, but he looks. He's nowhere near like the Peter Schmeichel confidence of coming for crosses, but he looks far more assured than Vic. And again, a good shot stopper in the sense that he gets to the ball, but you've got to be pushing that wide. Not everyone says Jordan Pickford's a brilliant goalkeeper. He's fucking awful. Every single shot goes straight down the middle.
He's got a boob in every game he plays.
Yeah. Terrible goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford.
I have to say, when Vic came out slagging off the fans, again, another fucking player or manager slagging off the fans. Oh, they could really give us a lift if they do this, if they do that. Fuck's sake, mate. Yeah, you earn, I don't know, probably £50,000 a week.
Something like that, yeah.
The people who go and watch the games probably earn that a year. And they're paying 90 quid to watch you bunch of overpaid twats not perform. And you're saying that we need to give you a lift? Come on, mate.
I tell you what the problem there is that because I used to listen to Peter Crouch's podcast, and he said when he was playing, everything would be, even underpants would be set up for them at the training ground to take away with them. These players are so used to having everything done for them. As soon as something goes wrong, the mindset of there is it's not because of me, it's because of someone else.
Someone else's
fault. Blame the fans now because it's someone else's fault. No, it's not. It's your responsibility to do stuff on the pitch to get the fans to cheer your name and roar you on. Not the fans' responsibility to cheer you on and make you feel better about yourself.
Exactly.
But if you want to give me, if you want to give me half of your 90 grand a week, then I'll do whatever the fuck you want. But other than that, you go and do it on the pitch, and then I'll cheer for you. So, yeah. But I think they're all pampered. They're all bloody divas. Everything's done for them. I mean, I'm very surprised that any of them, can wipe their own asses. I imagine they have to get on the phone and go, I've just had a poo. Can you come in the toilet and wipe my ass for me? Because I don't know how to do it anymore.
Yeah, I can't be there for 10 minutes. Just jump in the shower.
Yeah. I'll have to just lie on my front so my arse is in the air and it doesn't get on the floor. But they're all pampered, I think, and they don't have no idea how to do anything for themselves. That's why I think you don't get that, like the Ronaldos, the John Terrys, who the manager's saying to do Paul Scholes, the managers are saying to do this. Fuck that, it's not working. I'm going to do it on the pitch because they're all pampered that everything's done for them and they don't have a mind of their own.
Yeah, it's coached into them.
Yeah.
Just do what the manager says. If it doesn't work, manager's fault, not my fault.
Exactly. Can you imagine someone like Dave Mackay or Danny Blanchflower being like that? No.
Yeah. Even a Gary Mabbott or Teddy Sheringham or
Steve Perryman.
Paul. Can you imagine Paul Gascoigne doing the same thing over and over again? No, bollocks to this. I'm going to go and run past half the team.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's where it's good. Well, we got Van de Ven, isn't it? Because he does that quite well.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, who would you give man of the match to? Well, Kev's already said that, and I think I've already said it. Chris, yourself.
Odegaard.
So, okay. So yeah, I think it's overwhelmingly Odegaard.
That's a half a game,
and he has to start next week. I'm not sure. Do you think there's something in Richie's contract to say that he has to play when he's fit? Because I have no clue why his performance was, apart from the goal, which again was basically Odegaard's goal, it was bad. And that he was actually on the field until the 91st minute. I don't understand why that was.
He doesn't give the fans any hope when he's up there, He gets an occasional goal, but few and far between.
I mean, he does run after lost causes, which is obviously quite good. But again, that pressing is only good if the whole team is pressing. If one person isn't pressing, there's a chink in that armour of the pressing game. But you've got to be better than. Yeah, I think we're really, really missing Solanke. Morani and Richie's slightly better. None of them can really hold the ball up. So when we're under pressure, it just keeps coming straight back. Whereas Solanke is 10 times better than those two at holding the ball up. So I think we're really missing him.
Yeah. I just think...
But then Scarlett can do that, I think.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, if he can, see if he can. Give him a go. Give him 3 games.
Exactly, because I think it's going to be... I still have a little bit of a bee in my bonnet about us letting Parrott go without having tried him, without giving him a chance. And I think it's
And
going to be
Donnelly.
exactly the same with Scarlett.
Yeah, and Donnelly.
Yeah, probably Donnelly as well. We've got to recall Donnelly, though. Yeah, let's get back onto. He's this week at Spurs again. He wasn't even in the squad. Wasn't even on the bench for Stoke. Again, Phillips played 90 minutes.
I quite like.
Sorry.
I like Lancashire, so he's getting 90 minutes. That's good. Mikey Moore, obviously. Vuskovic.
Yeah.
Divine needs more game time. But yeah, Donnelly is a quality player.
Yeah.
He's playing.
And who is it? Stokes manager's Mark Robbins, yeah? Used to play for Norwich, used to play for Man United. He's a forward. So you would have thought that he would appreciate what Donnelly does. Now, let me have a look and see who it is who plays in his position. If they do actually play with an attacking central midfielder. Just one moment, guys.
It's not even not playing, is it? It's not in the squad. So unless he's got an injury, which I haven't heard about. But if he's not going to be in the squad and not playing, just bring him and play him in the reserves. At least he's playing football then.
Exactly. And he's being trained. Yeah, you could probably say, you can definitely say we have better coaches than Stoke do. So
yeah, we got Defoe,
if he comes back to us, I think he'll learn more.
We've got Defoe still, haven't we, as coach? Is he still there?
I think so. Yep, I think so.
Yeah, just come back and then just hang around Jermaine Defoe for 24/7. He'd be able to teach you far more than you're learning from not playing games of football.
Yeah. But they've got a guy called Joo-Hoo Bae. He's a South Korean who's played 13 matches in that position this season. And he's been there for 3 seasons. So I suppose that's why they signed Donnelly as backup.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phillips is constantly he's playing 90 minutes every week and actually getting rave reviews. But can you see him taking over from VDV? Can you see him taking over from Romero? I can't even see him taking over from Danso.
Or Dragusin when he's back.
Yes, yeah. Or Vuskovic when he comes back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope that we get some decent money for Phillips because we paid I think it was quite a lot of money for him.
18, wasn't it, or something?
Sorry?
It's about 18 or 20. Was it slightly
really?
More than that?
Bloody hell. So, yeah, that is kind of a lot of money.
Yes.
So the under-18s won 4-0 yesterday. Muslika with 2, Boast again, and Phoenix on fire. Phoenix on fire. What's his name? I can't even remember what his first name was, but the very famous rugby league player, that's his son.
Martin Afar.
Martin Afar. Character Afar, yeah. Martin, yeah.
So that will be, I think that would be great. I mean, if he's a unit like his dad and he can run as fast as his dad and he can play a bit, bloody hell, he'll be in the next Bale.
As long as he doesn't keep picking up the ball, then we'll be all
right. Yeah.
And saying, hang on a minute, mate, I need to stick my head between your legs. So, yeah. Anyway. Sorry. Excuse me. So yeah, yesterday wasn't a particularly
what? You all right?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yesterday wasn't a great day for our loan players.
Vuskovic scored apparently. He done 97th minute equaliser. He could have been on our side, you know.
Yes, yeah. Against Dortmund as well, and you know, Dortmund are not a bad side. But Kev, I'd like to get your thoughts on the last point there. Mila is on his way to North London. What do we reckon?
Yeah, he signed off at St Patrick's in Dublin. Yeah. He's, you know, the word Kane-esque gets used quite a lot when the player's got a certain style. He's got a certain style, but Donnelly's way in front of him.
Okay.
I would say, yeah. He's got everything. He looks like Donnelly, plays like Donnelly. They can pick up the ball the half line. They can run with it. They can feed other people. Very like that. The build as well because he's lanky, strong, wiry. But
Okay.
I don't know if he'll make it. To be honest, I don't.
Really?
I'd like to see him make it, but I think Donnelly's in front of him. To be honest, yeah. From what I've seen, I watched quite a few of the Orient games last year, and different gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you think Donnelly is more like attacking midfielder, and this guy's a centre forward, isn't he?
Yeah, shots from outside the box, but he can also score from inside the box. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's he'll play for Republic of Ireland, yeah, because Donnelly plays for Northern Ireland, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a Wicklow lad, but he plays for the Dublin team, St Patrick's. Yeah.
Okay.
So Wicklow borders Dublin. It's like Hertfordshire to London. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But I think that's exciting because I seem to remember, was he 18 now? He was scoring goals against big lumps when he was 15 in the Irish League.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be interesting to see. What's his ball skills like? How's it?
Good.
Is he good with his feet? That's what I mean.
Good. Yeah. Reads the game well. From what I've said, I've seen quite a few of his matches because he can get them over here. Well, I can get them on elsewhere, but yeah.
Okay.
So they play such random. Their season's finished now over there now because they play like a summer season.
Yeah,
we finished a couple of weeks ago.
With the amount of rain you get, so
yeah, that's right. Start up again. So it's a good time to have him. He's in training, I believe, at the training ground. Up there in White Rebs or whatever it's called now. I don't know.
I'd say that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Right. So wrapping things up, the next game that we have after the international break is the Gooners. This is my lineup: Vicario, Dogi, VDV, Romero, Porro, Paulinia, Bentancur. I think this is one of the games that we actually need to play that central midfield. Odebear on the left, Simmons in the middle, Kudos on the right if he's back, and Mawani up front. Having spoken to you guys now, I think I'm changing my mind. I'm probably saying Scarlett up front. What do you reckon?
I'd change Scarlett for Mawani, obviously. I'd change Spence for Udogi just because Arsenal are probably going to win this league and Spence is better defensively.
Yeah, okay.
Rest of the defence, I think it's fine. Belinia and Bentancur I agree with just because Bentancur is a bit more defensive minded, but he can go forward. When I said
he'll be up against Saka, won't he? So Saka will take the piss out of him. You doggy.
Yeah. When I said Tell and Odegaard should start, I completely forgot about Kudos. Sorry, Tell has to be Kudos. And then Simmons and then Scarlett. I'd put Scarlett up there, but like you said, Jens, I don't see Scarlett starting. I don't think.
No.
I just. How do you know if players are ready if you don't give them a chance? And,
exactly.
And what you also get with Scarlett is, I don't know if he's a Spurs fan, but he's obviously come through the youth, so he'll know, be ingrained in him, what Tottenham Arsenal means.
Exactly. Yeah.
So stick him in because he's got to be wanting and he's in the youth team. What you get with the youth team players that come through is they're hungry to try and stay in there. Where some players who are like Vichy, for example, I'm not saying it's the case, but he's not going to be as fired up to stay in the first team than someone like a Scarlett is, who's trying to push his way into the first team. So, yeah, Scarlett for me is a no-brainer, but I don't see it happening. It probably will be more. It'll probably be Richie just because he'll wind the Arsenal players up.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I was just looking at it. I remember a few years ago saying, "Oh bloody hell! Look at that Arsenal side. They've got no English players in it." And now I'm looking at our side, and that is. I think that's a little bit sad. And especially no Scottish players, because I mean, bloody hell. Yeah.
If we make the changes we've said there, then there'll be two, wouldn't there? Scarlett and Spence.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. But still, it's not a lot, is it? And that's why I'm hoping that. I mean, we're meant to have one of the best training facilities in the country. The under-18s are doing very well at the moment, but the under-18s have been doing very well for a few years. And then where have the players gone?
I mean, it's probably the fact that these managers know that they haven't got the amount of time that someone like a Wenger or Ferguson, even a Poch had. But surely Frank knows he's got time here, because unless you're going to finish 16th or 15th, you'll be in charge next season.
Got money in the bank.
It's essentially an experimental season for him. So go and put the youth players in, see how they do, and you know, it's a hiding to nothing this season. It's a complete free season, really. I know Eugene was saying that all the fans are getting frustrated and everything like that, which is fine. But unless you're finishing, getting battered 3-0 at home by Man United and other teams like that, if you finish 10th this season, you're in the job next season.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And then it will be next season when you've got to improve on 10th. But
yes,
I don't see us finishing worse than 10th. I don't really see us finishing higher than 6th if we have a good season. So I think it'll be 7th, 8th, 9th or 10th. But then that will be a good season for us compared to what happened last season. Compared to where we want to be, it's a terrible season finishing 10th. Yeah. But compared to where we were last season, it'll be an improvement. And then it's next season where you then have to push on. So I don't understand why he's not sticking Scarlett in. But there's got to be a point that before Solanke comes back, I don't know when he's back, if Moani and Richie carry on doing what they're doing, there's got to be a point where he's going, okay, I've got to try Scarlett here. Surely there's got to be a point.
Yeah, you would have thought so. I mean, how many strikers have we bought, given a chance to? Was Kev? This is going back on your memory. Was Falco from the youth team?
He's Hackney boy. Yeah, he come from Hackney.
Yeah. So
he came through the ranks.
And obviously Kane.
Yeah.
Ledley. Yeah. No, I was just talking about strikers, but
attackers. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's all right. You have got to give them a chance. I mean, do you remember those days when we had to play Niall Fenn and Rory Allen up front against Man United because we had so many injuries? And okay, you gave them a chance. They weren't good enough, but you gave them the chance.
Yeah. Imagine if
Rory,
people didn't.
Was it Rory? He was like Bambi. Yeah, couldn't stand up.
It was that?
Rory Allen was like Bambi. He just couldn't stand up.
Imagine if Kane never got the chances, like Adebayo or Soldado, one of them will come good at some point.
Yeah.
He's turned into the best striker in the world for the last how many years.
Yeah,
but
that is
just
true.
You've got to give him the chance, and he scored. He did well, didn't he, last year when we won in Europe, when it was the JJ, him, and was it Mikey Moore who scored? There was the young players that you wouldn't have expected to score. I can't remember who it was again.
Yeah, no, it was Olusesi and a J. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
And then yesterday with the not yesterday, Copenhagen game, the penalty, that was all from. It reminded me very much of Jermaine Defoe, against Man City when Bale scored the chip coming from the right side, where Defoe got the ball on the left side, drove in, curled it in. It was that kind of get the ball, drive forward, reminding me of Defoe.
Yeah,
not a bad player to be compared against.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he's a bit more built than Defoe as well, isn't he? So I think
Defoe's only issue was really he was too short, wasn't he? So holding up.
But he was still pretty decent in the air. If he could leap like a salmon. But yeah,
if the offside law, did he?
Sorry?
Oh yeah.
Didn't know the offside law.
No, that's true.
Oh yeah, he was born offside, wasn't he?
But I think that was a good way to play, to be honest. If you're playing on the shoulders of the defender, that is and you have the speed like he does.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the chance, aren't you? It's
like that,
he doesn't need to though, does he? Because he's got the speed, so you can give them a yard, make sure, because you know that if the ball gets
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think
that's what stopped him being world class and going to someone like a Real Madrid or Barcelona or someone like that, because at the top level, being offside, what you're doing is giving the ball away.
No, that's true. That is true. But what are you talking about? He never went top class. He played for Rangers.
Oh,
Exactly.
West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham, absolutely. Yeah, Bournemouth.
Oh dear. Right. He's one. Then we bought a second time, didn't we? Bought him back from Portsmouth, wasn't it, I think, or something. Yeah.
I'll
Needs
have
must.
to jump off now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take
All
care,
right,
Chris. Thanks for coming on.
Again.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
mate.
it's not
Chris.
this week, but there's no show anyway.
No show next week, but the week after, if you're available, let me know.
Yeah, we'll do.
It's always a pleasure having you on.
Yeah. Cheers, Kev. Have a good
All right, mate. Yeah, you take care, Chris.
Cheers.
Hello.
Bye.
Take care.
Right, I'm ready.
Right, Mr. Summers, do you have
Yes.
any other business or plugs?
No, I don't actually.
No?
I thought it was going to be a real shit weekend, but it turned out not so bad in the end with us drawing and Arsenal drawing. So it's a little bit of a consolation over yesterday, but that's about it.
Can I ask where you got that top from? That's a bit
I
sharp.
don't know. I know. It's a,
No, I like the zip bit. I've never seen that.
It's kind of snide, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, you know.
Oh, anyway, I didn't say anything. Yeah, that's not.
I've had it about 10 years. I just don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, no, it's a nice one. Okay, then, mate. So if you don't have anything else to say, and it doesn't look like there's anyone watching us, we shall wrap it up, and I shall let you get on with your Sunday.
All right,
So,
mate. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Anyone who may be watching this back, please like, subscribe to RickyVillaTV, Shelfside Spurs, and Spurs Wasian. Yeah, we usually do it most Sundays. We won't be on next Sunday because I'm back in the United Kingdom, but the Sunday after, we should be on. Keep the faith. Come on, you Spurs, and Levy's out.
All the best, guys.